Hi there, and the LEGO City sets being released this summer look amazing. Now, LEGO City is one of LEGO's most popular themes, and although we do get an awful lot of fire stations and police stations, every year they do still come up with some great new ideas, and the summer 2024 sets are no exception. So first up we have set 60407, and it's called Double Decker Sightseeing Bus, and you can see it here. Now, we've had several LEGO City buses before, but this is the first time I can think of that we've actually had an open-topped sightseeing bus. It looks like it's coming with 4 minifigures, a driver and 3 tourists, including a baby and a buggy. I do like the shaping of the open top. The colour scheme of red I really like. Obviously, coming from the UK, you see a lot of red sightseeing buses in London. On the front here you can see we've got a sign of where it's going to. It says harbour, but if you look at other images of the set, you can see this is actually a rotatable sign. This one says downtown on it, and if you look at some others, you can see here it also says museum. I imagine there's a fourth one of those on the sign. It's probably on a brick with studs on all sides, so you can rotate that round and have 4 different destinations. This picture gives you a better view of the upstairs, and you can see a row of seats down this side, and obviously that upper deck can be taken off for easy access to the downstairs. This is coming in at 384 parts, and it is a set that I definitely will be getting. Next we've got set 60408, and that's called Car Transporter. Now, we've had a couple of car transporters over the years. This one's got 3 cars with it. They all seem to be pretty good builds. So we've got an orange one up there, looks like a sports car. Then down here we've got a sort of a yellow and black hot rod almost, and then a heavily customized car in purple. Now, this set is coming in at 998 parts. It doesn't give us an image at all of it with the upper deck sort of raised, only in its sloping format, but by what looks of it, using this arm here, that whole deck will obviously raise up, and I imagine the tailgate will also fold up for travel. It's coming in with 4 minifigures, so I imagine that's the truck driver and 1 driver for each of the cars. And once the trailer's detached, the cab's got this nice feature of the truck cab lifting up to gain access to the engine below. I do like the look of this one. I particularly like the colour scheme of the truck in that dark azure colour, and although it's not a set I'm probably going to get myself, it does look really good. Next we've got set 60409, and this is called Mobile Construction Crane, and a return to the construction theme. Now, this set is absolutely mammoth. If you see how many wheels it's got running down the side of here, it looks like it's 8 wide by the look of the double windscreens over here, but we'll have a look through the various pictures of it. It's got 1116 pieces in it. And yes, by looking at this image you can see, yes, that's definitely 8 studs wide. You've got 2 4-stud wide windscreens and canopies over the top. These 4 outriggers turn out and obviously raise up to give it stability when the crane boom's extended. And from this image you can see that the crane does extend an awful long way. Instead of using a pre-built crane arm piece that we've had in the past, this is, you can see there's using a worm screw there, and there's some Technic axles running down. So as you turn, I imagine, one of the 2 wheels down here, one will raise it and the other one will extend the boom. The block on the end of the crane with the hook on it is very true to life. It looks very realistic, although I'm not entirely sure that they would need to use a crane quite this big just to move around a portaloo. This set comes with 4 construction minifigures, and one of them is holding the blueprints to a particular LEGO build, and that's actually a set that's going to be released this summer too, and we're going to see that one in a few minutes. So it's great to see a return to the construction theme. This is looking a really great set. Again, maybe not one that will fit into my LEGO City, but definitely a good looking set. Next up, keeping with the construction theme, we've got set 60420, and this is Construction Excavator. Now, this is coming in at 633 pieces. We've got 3 minifigures. We've got a driver in the cab there and 2 down here. This has also got one of those 2x4 blueprint tiles, and that's actually a blueprint of the ice cream shop that we got last year. So if I don't get either of these 2 sets, I'll definitely be trying to get hold of those 2 blueprints. Now, the Excavator is also really good looking. I don't think we've ever got quite such a good true to life looking Excavator in the city line. Obviously we've got very good looking Technic sets before, but this is really good for the city theme. Look at this image, you can see it's articulated in 3 different places. So the main arm goes up and down, and then this extended piece also pivots, and obviously the bucket on the end tilts as well. The body of the crane can turn right round on its base, and here's a better look at those 3 minifigures and the blueprint for the ice cream shop. Comparing the torsos from the construction crane and the excavator, you can see we've got this new sort of high-vis jacket look on these 2 guys here, and the one over on the far left there is wearing more what looks like dungarees. And if we swap over to the construction excavator minifigs, you can see that the minifig over on the right here is wearing that same high-vis jacket, and the one on the left is wearing the same dungarees piece. So 2 new prints for the construction workers, and we get both in both sets. Now, the next set, 60421, is called Robot World, and initially it looks just like a regular roller coaster, but it seems that it's more like a themed arcade. A lot of the elements seem to tie in with the gaming truck we got the other year, but as you can see, the main part is a roller coaster. We've got the hill climb here, goes behind the DJ up there, and it comes down, swooping down, round through these two holes and out down here at the bottom. It's coming in at 986 parts, and if you look at it from the other side, you can see some more details. So down here below the track, it looks like we've got an arcade down here with some various gaming machines, and another one of the images gives us some more details of those arcade machines. The first one over here looks like it's a dance mat game. In the middle we've got a blue driving simulator game, and on the far right we've got a green Space Invader game, and the image on the right hand side is obviously a tribute to the Great Alien Conquest theme that LEGO did many years ago. It comes with 8 minifigures, and just for a LEGO City set we've got some great torso prints here. I'm not entirely sure what's going on with this first guy here. From the initial image it looked like he was some sort of DJ up the top of the robot world, but then we've got a small girl with short and unarticulated legs, and she's got a vinyl record on her torso. This lady's dressed in a more sporty top. There's a drone, which you seem to need to have in most LEGO City sets these days. Then on the bottom row we've got someone with that wonderful queasy face who's obviously just been on the roller coaster and has had to run for the nearest rubbish bin. This guy's keeping well hydrated, looks like he's wearing workout clothes there. There's more of a gamer girl here with a graphic equalizer on her torso and a selfie stick, and then another child with unarticulated legs, nice print on his torso there too, and another guy with green hair. Now I thought the large robot mech at the front of the roller coaster was obviously just a decoration for Robot World, but if you look at this image it shows that one of the people has actually climbed up inside and seems to be walking off with the mech. Seems to be a very elaborate theme park ride, but if you've got a mech and you can walk off with it, why wouldn't you? So another great looking set. It's nice to see that the roller coaster track is coming in several different colours now. Again, maybe not one that I'm going to get myself, but all in all one that I think will be quite popular. Next we've got 5 different sets, which is a return to the jungle theme, which we last saw in 2017. First we've got set 60424, and that's called Jungle Explorer ATV. Now LEGO over the last few years have done several of these little smaller sets with new animals in it. So it's these ones in the small box. They normally cost about £9 in the UK, and in this one it's got a red panda. We've only got one of them in the set, but it's great to have new animal molds. So I'm a sucker for new animals, so I'll be definitely getting a copy of this, and I may try and get a second red panda either on the Pick-a-Brick wall if they come on lego.com, or either that through Bricklink. Now this set's got 92 pieces, but the other intriguing element other than the red panda is the return of Johnny Thunder. Now if you're unaware, Johnny Thunder was a character from the Adventurers theme many years ago, and he's appeared a few times in different sets since then, but it looks like he's making a major return in the new Jungle Explorer theme. Moving on to the second set in the theme, we've got 60425, which is Jungle Explorer Waterplane. Now we've got consistent colours across this theme, so it's using the orange, white and navy blue, those same colours we had on the ATV earlier. This one is coming with 2 minifigures, but we've also got 3 alligators. Now the adult alligator, this looks like it's dark tan maybe, and that is definitely a new colour for the alligators. We haven't had that before. The baby alligators come in a few different sets before, but again that looks like it's in sand green. We haven't had it in that more subtle green before. We've had it in a brighter green colour, so 3 alligators all in new colours. There's a small side build over here of a little bit of landscape, and obviously that ever-present Lego frog. But clicking through the other images you can see a more detailed view of the waterplane. The canopy comes off the top for easy access for putting your minifigs inside, and I do like the use of those triangle 2x2 tiles here to give the angle between the orange and the blue, and then the blue and the white at the front. Here's another image of those alligators, and this alligator's chased the frog from his home, so he's living on the back of the other one. And because they're jungle explorers, they've obviously got a map of the jungle here, and you can see an alligator here obviously warning them to be careful of the local animals. And if you flick back to the ATV image, you can see that Johnny Thunder's map here is different to the seaplane one, but it does look like that they could join together, giving them more information about the overall jungle. Now depending on the price point I might get this. I'm not too interested in the plane, but I am quite interested in the new colour alligators. Next, going up in size, we've got set 60426, and that's Jungle Explorer Truck. Now here, again, we've got truck in the same colour scheme as we had with the other 2 vehicles, the white, the dark blue and the orange. This has got some really cool wheels on it. I do like the look of that truck. But more importantly, we have a return of the Lego Tiger. Now the Lego Tiger's only ever been in one set before, and this is a completely new mould. He's got extra fur around his face. It's a darker orange to the previous one, and I never actually managed to get hold of myself a Lego Tiger before. Like I said, it only came in one set, and now to buy it on its own, it costs about £40 just to get a Lego Tiger. So this is definitely a set that I will be getting, mainly for that really cool truck and obviously that Tiger. The back of the truck looks like it's got a robot arm there with a camera attached to it, but I'm not entirely sure why they'd need that, as it also looks like they've got a drone with a camera attached to that too. We're getting 3 minifigures. One of them is being very safety conscious and he's got his medical pack with him, but we've also got Johnny Thunder again with another piece of the jungle map. This one's got a symbol warning him of where he's going to find tigers, and I'm really hoping that all these tiles are going to fit together to give a huge overall view of their jungle. Again, nice torso prints on the other 2 minifigures. This lady's got a tied shirt across hers, and I've just noticed that this guy's actually wearing a stethoscope, so maybe the medical pack isn't for themselves in case they get injured. Perhaps it's a rescue mission to help the tiger in some way. Now this set is coming in at 314 pieces, but I imagine its price per part will be quite high because of the new Tiger. Now the flagship set of this sub-theme is set 60437, and that's Jungle Explorer Helicopter. Again, keeping this really nice colour scheme of the white, the navy blue and the orange across the helicopter. This is a massive twin propeller helicopter, and you see it's actually got a massive cargo bay when you look at the scale of the size of the space here with that minifigure standing in it. It's got a winch on the side, and this is holding some supplies, maybe to deliver to this person. We've got another piece of that all-important jungle map, and here the face on it is showing us the other new animal mould, and that is, on this set we're getting gorillas for the first time. So there's 2 adult gorillas and 1 baby gorilla on the back of this one up here, and I am an absolute sucker for animal moulds, and I think this is a really nice addition to Lego's land animals. Now from this image it looks like his front arms may be movable. Here you can see this one's on the ground and this one is slightly bent upwards, but the one up here, this is angled up a lot more than the other one, so I imagine that these 2 arms rotate on the shoulder and you can angle them how you want. And here's an overview of the minifigures and animals. It looks like these 2 characters here, the lady with the tied shirt and the guy with the stethoscope, are the same minifigures as we had in the Tiger set, so they may well be characters off the Lego TV series Lego City Adventures. But we've got 3 other minifigures and of course the 2 gorillas and the baby gorilla. From this image of the helicopter you can see it's got a play feature. You can turn this part at the back and both of the propellers will turn round. It's got several side builds. You've got this tiny airboat and a motorcycle. The largest one is obviously that gorilla habitat, but you've also got this jungle exploration base camp. They've got a little camping stove over there with an egg frying on a pan. There's a giant sandwich next door to it, and then a desk with a little laptop and a camp bed with a sunshade over the top. This set's coming in at 881 pieces, and I'm really hoping the price point isn't going to be too high, as I really want to get all those gorillas. There's also going to be a Lego City polybag released, and that's going to be 30665 Baby Gorilla Encounter. And you can see there we've got that same character. He's wearing a backpack, he's got a bottle of milk for the baby gorilla, and that's got a little side build for the gorilla to sit on. Now my 3 favourite sets of the wave are coming up, but before that we have to look at the Lego 4 Plus set. And that's set 60435 and it's called Tow Truck. Now being a 4 Plus set, it's going to be very simple to build. It's coming in at only 101 pieces, but we know as it's a 4 Plus set, the parts on the tow truck there will be printed and it won't have any stickers in the set. It comes with 2 minifigures, but for younger builders, it's a good introduction to Lego City. Now we come to my 3 favourite sets of the wave, and this looks to be the largest set, which is 60422, and it's just called Harbour. Now I bought the Lego City Harbour way back in 2007, which had a massive blue container ship, and this ship isn't quite as big, but the actual harbour itself is much bigger and looks really good. Now the boat itself looks like it's brick built, so it won't be one of the boats that can float, and it looks like these arrows are showing us that the superstructure can obviously come off the back of the boat to gain access to below. But the harbour itself is where all the main action is. Over on the left you've got this massive gantry crane, and that looks like this can roll backwards and forwards, and it's got 2 containers, one with what looks like a boat. Oh, they both look like they've got small boats in them, and they can both fit in the cargo ship next door to each other. The middle section of the harbour is great. You've got this young girl crabbing, being very safety conscious, wearing her buoyancy aid, and behind her there's a map of the harbour itself showing the gantry crane, the jetty over on the right, and a small piece of beach. And also a nice touch on the lamppost above, looks like there's an advert for Robot World. Moving along the harbour, we've got a building down this end, and below it we've got an ice cream shop. The quayside juts out slightly, and then there's a wooden piece of dock where there's a man fishing. Then over on the far right we've got a small piece of beach with a sun umbrella. Look at the detailed pictures, you can see that gantry crane does in fact move backwards and forwards. I imagine it just slides backwards and forwards, and when you turn that cog, that's what raises and lowers the hook. We've got 3 small inset pictures here. This one looks like from the ice cream shop you can also hire paddle boards. Next to it we've got the crane operator and the fisherman having a well-earned break upstairs above the ice cream shop. And below we've got another shot of that small beach. It comes with 8 minifigures, nothing particularly outstanding with any of those, but it's nice that we get so many to populate the harbour. Next to last, we have my next to favourite set, and this is set 60423, Downtown Streetcar and Station. Now the box art is actually saying that it's called Downtown Tram, and I think this is a really nice addition to the city range. Normally when we get trains, they come with power functions or a powered up system in them, and obviously you then get the battery box, the receiver and the motor, and that all adds cost to the set. So I'm really hoping that this comes in at a lot less than a regular Lego train set. For this image you can see that it comes with a short length of track and one of those really handy re-railer ramps to go on the end. It's got a platform each side. On the right hand side here we've just got a basic platform with some arrivals board and a map of the line. But on the other side we've got a more substantial building, and it's really nice that they've used the same colour scheme as they used for the 2022 train station. So they're using this dark turquoise and lime colour scheme, so that's in keeping with the previous train station set. Now the train is obviously 6 studs wide, as all Lego trains are, but they've used a really nice technique here, and the front of the cab actually tapers down to only 4 studs wide. And I think that gives it a really nice look after many years of having those huge prefabricated noses on the front of passenger trains. Like the green passenger train from last year, it's using those double doors, and they're slightly lower down than before, so these platforms will also be slightly lower than traditional Lego train station platforms. Taking a look at the back of the box, you get a better look at that train. You can see we've got the cab at each end and then a coach in the middle. The coach in the middle is only 16 studs long, so they've got one wheel set at each end, so we don't need to articulate those, because a coach of 16 studs long will easily get around Lego's tight curves. And even though the cabs at each end are 21 studs long, they've kept the wheels inside that 16 stud length, so these wheels won't be articulated either. Now the inset picture shows that those two platforms can actually be joined together, so they've been made in a modular fashion. So you've got the steps and the ramp at one end, the platform with the building structure on it, and then the other one with the arrivals board at the other end. So they can either obviously go either side of the track, or they can be joined together and put on one side. And the other inset pictures are showing some great play features. You can see here by pushing this tile here, it extends a piece of platform, so that gives us easy wheelchair access onto the train. And the trains itself are mainly covered by tiles on the top, so easy to pop off the roofs to gain access to the inside. Now it doesn't give us an overview of the minifigures, but by the looks of this image we've got 6 of them here. I love the one in the middle here. He's obviously a guy who's visually impaired, and he's got his seeing eye dog with him. The train itself looks a really simple build. It doesn't look like it's got anything complicated or any rare parts in it. I think this will probably be a day one purchase for me, and I may well have a go at giving it a recolour like I did with the green passenger train last year. It would also be good to see if we can fit a battery box and a motor to motorise one of these axles and get the train moving under its own power. But I think this is a really good move for Lego. All Lego City trains come with their own motors and battery packs, but there are kids out there who would be quite happy just pushing a train around a track, and this set, hopefully at a lower price point, will give them that option. And the last set, and my favourite set that we're looking at today, is set 60440, and it's called Lego Delivery Truck. Now this giant yellow articulated lorry is very similar to set 3221, which came out in 2010, and I absolutely loved that set, mainly because it had a sticker sheet that you could turn tiles into little Lego sets for all the residents of Lego City to buy. And this set is doing the same. If we look at these blue tiles, you can see that each one is actually a Lego set. This image isn't particularly high res, but from the looks of it, it looks like we've got 4 different Lego sets. The small one down here looks like it's one of the new Lego spaceship sets. The larger one behind looks as if it could be the Lego City Prison Island set. Then over on the other palette, we've got some 2x2 tiles. This one's got some form of vehicle on it, and the other one on that palette is completely undistinguishable. The truck's got a side build of a hot dog stand for some reason. I imagine every truck driver needs to have a break at some point and buy himself a hot dog. The sides of the truck have got these massive 8x16 tile pieces. I'm really hoping they're going to be printed rather than stickers, but I won't hold my breath. But it looks like both of those can angle up, so the Lego sets can be loaded on by this forklift. Look at the inset pictures on the back of the box. You get this great shot of the truck, all in yellow, and then gradually turning into other coloured Lego bricks, and then breaking apart at the back into that white background with the various images there. This image shows that both sides of the truck can be lifted up, and also those Lego logos at the front has got some extra storage space up there, and there's 2 doors on the back using that new 6 wide double door piece from Lego City, so you can gain access to the back as well. The bonnet or hood of the truck itself can be lifted forward, and the top can be lifted off, so the truck driver can eat his hot dog in peace at the back. As well as the truck, we're getting 4 minifigs in this set, as well as that hot dog stand side build. The Lego sets from the old 2010 delivery truck were stickers on blue tiles. I'm really hoping, we've got 4 pallets of Lego sets here, I'm really hoping that they are actually printed and not stickers. Again, I won't hold my breath, but it'd be really nice if they were printed pieces. But if they're stickers or whether they're tiles, I will definitely be buying extras of these on the secondary market so I can fill my Lego truck and my Lego shop absolutely to the brim for the citizens of Lego City to buy. So that's a rundown of the Lego City sets coming out this summer. They should all launch on June the 1st in the UK and Europe, but America and other continents tend to get summer releases slightly after us. Let me know what your favourite of these is in the comments below. Is it the double-decker sightseeing bus, or are you pleased that we've got a return of the constructions theme? Are you loving that Johnny Thunder's leading the way in the new Jungle Explorer sub-theme? Or like me, are you most excited for the harbour, the tram and the Lego delivery truck? If you've liked this video, please do give it a thumbs up, and of course, please subscribe for more Lego videos.